Ambulance service, is the patient breathing?
Yeah, he's had his hand in a steel saw.
A steel saw?
Yeah, it's gone straight through. Yeah, I don't want to describe it too much.
How far through his hand has the saw gone?
Dan, you need to move your hand, please, because I need to describe it to you. I need to put your hand over your face. Hold on. Oh, very, 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 very bad.
We'll get someone to him as soon as we can. Just keep the pressure on the wound, directly on the wound.
10 minutes later, Tom is on scene. The local ambulance crew are already there.
Hello? Hi, you're right. So what's happened?
He was cutting the door frame there and went straight through his hand.
30-year-old bricklayer Daniel was cutting the timber on a workbench using an angle grinder with a 4.5-inch circular blade when he lost control and it sliced through his right hand. His wife Stacey found him and has been trying to stop the bleeding.
Okay, and how bad is it before we have a look at it? Is it pretty bad? Okay.
Yeah. He hasn't seen it.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Daniel.
Daniel. Do you live here, do you? Is this right? Okay.
Yeah.
The paramedics have been on scene for 5 minutes. Daniel is in a severe state of shock and close to passing out. They've got him to raise his arm above his heart to try and stop the bleeding.
It's fine. Have you got your trauma pack with you tomorrow?
No, I can go.
Yeah, I think maybe if you're saying it's quite bad, we'll get our bandages just in case. If you hurt yourself anywhere else?
No.
No, so it's just your hand?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I...
Yeah.
It's an impressive towel you got on here.
It's the second one.
Okay. Okay, so what we'll do, before we open it up, we'll get our bandages just in case.
Daniel's in excruciating pain and can't bear to look at the damage he's done.
Let's have a look. All right. Are you all right to come round here and cut his sleeve off?
Yeah.
I've got some scissors on me, if you want. Yeah. So quick.
Getting really tight.
Okay. I know, sorry, buddy. We'll give you some pain relief, but what I want to do is have a real quick look at it first.
Until he can actually see the wound, Tom doesn't know if Daniel has cut an artery or is in danger of losing any fingers. Both require immediate surgery.
Okay. All right, bud. All right. You feel me touching you here? Okay.
Daniel has a 3-inch wound, 1.5 inches deep between his thumb and forefinger. Once the towel is removed, it starts bleeding freely again.
Wiggle that thumb for me.
Can't.
Okay, all right. What we're going to do, buddy, is we're going to clean it up. It's in the corner bit of your thumb. Don't make you obviously know where it is.
Lucky for Daniel, the blade stops short of the bone.
Straighten that arm out for me. I'm sorry. Well done. I just want to straighten this hand for me.
Daniel is fortunate. All his fingers are still there, and there's no obvious nerve damage. The wound will now be cleaned with saline solution and dressed to immobilize the fingers and help stop the bleeding.
It's just obviously in the crease of his thumb. He's got good circulation here. Yeah, and he can feel me touching his hands.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, so I think it's just more soft tissue.
Yeah.
We're going to cover it.
Yep.
And then I think we'll...
If we just take a picture. So
Yeah, that's fine.
One of the paramedics takes photographs of the wound to show to the hospital doctors in A&E so they can assess whether he needs immediate surgery.
Nice and still.
All right. Keep still for us, buddy. As soon as you've done this, we'll get you some pain relief.
Last year, almost 5,000 people were admitted to hospital following accidents with power tools.
We're going to bandage that up. It is going to be a little bit painful for a little while.
I'm sorry, mate. When you're working next, don't say Monday.
Yeah. He won't be.
I think it probably feels and looks worse than what it is.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be cleaned, it needs to be x-rayed,
Yeah.
and it needs to be stitched back together.
Cheers for that. I don't know how you lot could look at it, to be fair.
No, it's all right, mate. There you go. Just take your time, nice and slow. With no rush. Feel all right? Let me just walk behind you.
With Daniel now recovered enough to walk out to the ambulance, Tom is happy to leave him in the care of the local crew for the journey to hospital.
He'll go to the local A&E where he'll get it cleaned. He most likely will have some form of antibiotics and an x-ray, and then it'll be decided onto there if he needs specialist care to treat that part of his hand. It's very much in the forefront of our minds that we want him to get the best care for his hand. So he's a young chap, he's a labourer, we obviously need to get him back to work as soon as possible. It could have been a lot worse. It's still going to be a really painful injury, but hopefully he'll have a really quick recovery.